What up, YouTube? It's your boy Jtunes, and welcome back to another Mega Team to Glory, guys. We're going to be getting into the Foot Champs gameplay that we just did over this weekend. Guys, I want to apologize real quick for not uploading any videos. Like, my time, I wasn't managing it correctly, trying to get my games done, didn't have time. But there will be tomorrow a double upload that will get us all caught up, and you guys will know exactly where we placed and how we did in everything in the weekend league. We're going to get through some games here. We're going to jump into our 40. This is a squad that we're going to be using, guys, if you guys haven't been keeping up with the series. Messi goes to striker, El Matador goes to cam, Costa goes to right CM, Bakayoko goes to left CM, Bakayoko, Patrick are on stay back while attacking, and then pretty much, yeah, we've gone through all that good stuff. But that is a squad that we're going to be using to get into the Foot Champs, and hopefully we can do well. Messi in Division 1 has been doing incredible, and hopefully he does even better in Foot Champs. Either way, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into the gameplay. While we're getting into the gameplay and stuff, though, I will be talking about some of the matches and stuff, but I do also want to talk about some other things that maybe you guys can relate with. After playing 40 games of Foot Champs this weekend, and of course every other weekend since it started, there's a couple things that I would like to see changed in Foot Champs. Well, there's a lot, there's more than a little bit, but Foot Champs, there needs to be some type of improvement in Foot Champs, in my opinion, and you guys can let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as well on what you guys would like to see changed. If I don't cover anything, or if you want to change a different way, let me know down below. I got a little list here, so I'm going to be looking down every now and then to take a look at like to hit some of these points that I want to get to. So for me, 40 games isn't too much. I know a lot of people complain about the 40 games of Foot Champs. If there was an extra day for Foot Champs and it was an extra day, so you do 10 games a day, that would be cool for me. I wouldn't mind it at all, but the 40 games I think is manageable if you have the time to do it. And I know this mode is for when they made this mode, I feel like they made it for the pros. They wanted to make it a competitive. It was for the pros. It was to make it like an esports for FIFA, right? So 40 games makes sense, especially for the pros and I guess YouTubers that have the time to do it and this and that. 40 games isn't that much if you manage it. If you do like 10 games on Friday, 15 on Saturday, and then you finish off your games on Sunday, I don't feel like that's too many games to do. For some it does. I know if you have a family, if you have other things going on, there's weekends that I don't have time to finish it off either because of work and other stuff, but I don't think it's too much. So if they were to extend it one more day, that'd be great. If not, I'm fine with the 3 days for 40 games, to be honest. It's stressful, but it's a competitive mode and it's supposed to be stressful. It's not supposed to be easy. So I'm just hitting on that point because I know a lot of people complain about the 40 games a weekend. Other things that I think need to be improved with this mode is, and the stuff that we're going to talk about, probably other YouTubers have talked about it. I know I've talked about this with my brother and other YouTubers as well, so these points have probably came up already, and you guys probably already know like some of the stuff, or have heard some of the ideas that I'm going to be saying here. But for qualification for the Foot Champs, I know it's a competitive mode, but I feel like it should be open to everybody. If you do want to make some type of qualification, make people be at least in Division 5 before they can qualify. But the whole tournament thing to get into Foot Champs doesn't make sense to me. And I'll tell you why it doesn't make sense to me. It's because of the fact that to get into the qualifying, and to qualify is not that difficult, right? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I know some people do have problems with it. I feel like once you're qualified, like, and you keep on playing your games, you get to 18 wins, you're always in Foot Champs, right? Qualification, you have to win 4 games, though. Let's take a look at the actual tournament. You have to win 4 games in a row to actually get qualified for Foot Champs, or you have to be in Division 1, or I think you have to go in, or Division 2, something like that, right? You have to, like, win Division 2 or something. But to get in, if you're not in Division 1 yet, you haven't had time to get into Division 1, all that good stuff, you have to qualify through this tournament. Now, to get into this tournament, you have to win 4 games in a row. Alright, now think about it in Foot Champs. If you win 4 games in a row, say you go 4-1 every set, right? 4-1, 4-1, 4-1. By the time you're done with all your games, or if you're going 4-1, you're projected to get Elite 2. And that's 32 wins, right? That's 32 wins with like 8 losses if you do 4-1 every time. This tournament's telling you you have to win all 4 games to get into the tournament. It doesn't make any sense. A lot of people aren't getting Elite 2. A lot of people aren't getting Elite 1. A lot of people aren't getting Elite 3. It doesn't make sense, at least to me, to not open up FUT Champs to everybody. Like Division 5, boom, you make a Division 5, you're qualified, go play FUT Champs. That would also, I think, bring more people to FUT Champs. I know when I was streaming, and even on Twitter, sometimes there's a lot of people that don't have the time to qualify, and if they were qualified, they'd probably find time on the weekend to try to play some of their games. Now, FUT Champs, there's no rules that also say you have to complete all 40 games, and I'm sure EA doesn't want us to complete all 40 games. They don't want to be giving out the rewards, right? They don't want to be giving out the elite rewards, the gold rewards. They don't want to be giving out the rewards. So, for me, I feel like they should get rid of the tournament altogether, allow everybody in, and let people play where they want to play in the competitive thing. I know a lot of people last year tried week after week to get in, and it's kind of unfair that they have to win 4 games in a row. In my opinion, they have to win 4 games in a row to be able to get into a tournament that, honestly, if you're winning 4 and then losing 1 every set, you're getting Elite 2. I don't know how many Elite 2 players there are, like percentage-wise of the whole community, but I don't feel like that's a lot. I think it's 1% for Elite 1, right? So maybe, what, 2-3% for Elite 2? That's asking a lot for somebody who is not a top-tier player. That's just my opinion. So remove the qualification would help improve FUT Champs. I think it would also bring more people to the mode. It would also... and the reason I'm saying more people to the mode, because this year it seems like a lot less people are playing the mode. I feel like a lot more people are playing squad battles instead. It's taking longer to get games. We're going to get into that in just a minute as well about the games. So removing qualification, I think, would help improve the mode. It would also give people the opportunity that don't have the time during the week to qualify, as long as they're in Division 5, or even if you want to make a Division 4. But Division 5, I think, is like the median point, right? And allow those people to experience FUT Champs, and maybe they'll get hooked on it, and maybe they'll come back, and maybe they'll try to improve. And it just, I feel like it would be better than having a tournament where you have to win all 4 games. I'm not saying the tournaments are hard to qualify by any means. I know some people struggle with it, and they do have some type of cap where, you know, you can only play 1 or 2, I don't even know what it is, like 2 tournaments a week if you've won it or something. I don't even know, to be fair. I really don't play the qualification or the tournament anymore once I'm qualified. But in my opinion, just open it up to the public. Division 5, boom, you're in, let's go, right? And then you go play your FUT Champs games. Again, like I said, there's no set rules that 40 is the max that you have to play 40. You play where you want and then you stop. A lot of us do finish our games or attempt to get our games done because I want to see where I can place. At least for me, I want to see where I can place the highest and try to get better every week. And on top of that, I also do want to get the rewards as well. It's not really the rewards is not what drives me to play FUT Champs. It's to see where I can place and see if I can improve week in, week out. That's just me. The rewards to me are a bonus. I'd rather be doing FUT Champs. Honestly, I know a lot of people complain about FUT Champs and all this. I'd rather be playing FUT Champs than draft. I don't like draft. I don't like divisions. They're boring to me. FUT Champs brings all types of emotions. If they're happy, sad, pissed, annoyed, whatever it is, it brings all types of emotions. But remove the tournament. I feel like that would improve FUT Champs and bring more people to the mode and bring more people into the competitive side of FIFA, which if there's not people going into the competitive side, number one, or wanting to even do competitive FIFA, number one, your esports going to fail, which I don't know if it's really doing really well. Number two, people aren't going to watch live streams or any other thing when it comes to EA, which I don't know if they get a lot of views. I'm just saying, this would improve. It would get more people going and wanting to play FUT Champs, in my opinion. Like League, bro, you have to get to level 30 on your account. I know I'm talking about League, but it's the most, like, it's the biggest competitive sport, right? Or competitive game that I've played that in WoW. But either way, you get your account to level 30, you can start going to play ranked games. It's open to everybody. Open FUT Champs to everybody that plays FIFA, as long as they're in Division 5. Boom, done. My opinion. 4-0 is asking too much from a lot of players. Getting Elite 2, even for me, is sometimes difficult, right? I'm just saying. All right, enough with the qualification. Throw that out the window. We've done talked about it. Now, other things that need to be fixed in FIFA, man, in FUT Champs. Over the past, I went from Xbox to PS4, due to the fact that it was taking me ages to get games. Now, I don't know if you guys overseas are seeing these type of problems. You guys can let me know down in the comments. I'm in the States, right? And I went from Xbox to PS4 because it was just taking forever to get matches. And it was just starting to irritate me. I'd sit around for 5 to 10 minutes to find a match. All right, and the reason for that is the cherry picking, basically. Like, people are picking and choosing who they want to play, when they want to play. So to fix this problem, I think what EA needs to do, and a lot of you guys might agree or disagree with me here, what the problem is with this whole, like, finding an opponent, and I know I tweet about it and people are like, I'm finding opponents easily. When I'm going into matches, and I don't know if this is because of matchmaking, first off, it takes a while for me to find an opponent. Once I do find an opponent, if they don't like the way my kit looks, right? Well, before we even get to the kits, if they're not home, they back out. Because people now think if you play home, you automatically win. If you're not home, people back out. If they do stay in the game and you go into the kits, if they see your kit and they don't like your kit, if you're wearing a kit that maybe, I don't know, another YouTuber's wearing or whatever, for whatever reason, they see a kit, they'll back out, right? And then once you get through that part of the kit, they go into the next screen, and then we have the team management. Then they go and check the team management. They see the badge. If they don't like the badge you're wearing, they back out. So before even getting to a game, I wait a very, very long time to find matches. I feel like I wait longer to find matches to actually play my games. Like, it would be faster if I could just get into a game, like, instantly, like, push the button, find me an opponent, and we're in. There's no, like, checking kits and all this other stuff. So those are the problems that I'm having in FUT Champs. Is hard for me to find matches. I don't know if their matchmaking was changed or what the hell is going on now. It's taking longer for me to find matches. Once I do find a match, if a player's not the home team, if a player doesn't like the kit, if a player doesn't like the badge, and for you guys to say that, I get this tweeted to me every now and then, oh, but you can't see somebody's badge. If you go into the tab, right, where it says team management before you actually go in and play, where you can fix up your team, you go team management, you can see the badge there. I'm just letting you guys know if you didn't know that. You can see badge still, you can see kit, and if you're not home, people back out. So to fix all three of these problems that I feel like are having, that I'm having, I know my brother's having as well, and he's on Xbox, I'm on PS4 now, excuse me, and he's having the same issues. People just backing out, can't find games, da-da-da-da-da. The easiest way, I think, to fix this is this, and there's always going to be players, guys, and I'm not saying that I don't back out of games either. If I don't see a green connection, I'll back out. If you know, sometimes I see a kit as well, and I'm like, you know what, I lost to that guy last week, I'm not playing that kit this week. I do the same thing. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't do it as well, but I'm doing things that the game allows me to do, and it does waste my time, it does waste my opponent's time, and it's just irritating. And I'm gonna be honest, home games, I do end up, and I was playing, actually on stream, I used to play home and away last year. The main reason why I like to play home games is because, for some reason, when I play away games, and you'll see some away games in this gameplay as well, the games are a lot more choppy for me. I don't know what it is, it's laggier, I don't know. I just feel like home games are better. I'm not saying that I don't do it as well, I'm just saying this could improve the mode if you do this. Now, in my opinion, I think Madden does this on their competitive mode as well. But what they need to do is remove all of this. The ability to back out of games, the ability to check badges, the ability to change kits, all that stuff needs to be just completely removed in this mode. What I think needs to happen is this, and I'm sure other people have talked about this as well, or maybe they don't like this idea. I feel like this would improve FUT Champs, it would make it more competitive, and people couldn't actually be like dodging players because they're better or they know what they're wearing, right? So to fix this issue, I feel like they need to, number one, when I push the start button to get into a match, I don't see anything. It just matches me up to anybody and everybody in where matchmaking is. Like, if matchmaking is where it's supposed to be, like, match me up with the player that's on my level, boom, we get into a match. I don't care if I'm home, I'm away, you don't show me anything, right? The kits will be generic, one away, one home, everybody has the same kits, everybody's in the same freaking stadium. Use the FIWC stadium, or FE, whatever the hell they changed the name to this year. Use that stadium, right? Everything default, guys. Away kits, home kits, doesn't matter, and everybody uses the same damn stadium, right? There it is. You push pause, or you push start, whatever the button you're gonna push, you push to get in, it matches you up. You see nothing until you get in and you play your match. That way no one's dodging. Pros will have to play pros, even though like pros can literally just be like, if they're talking to each other, yo, I'm playing now, play later. There's always gonna be ways to dodge people, right? But in my opinion, it would speed up weekend league when it actually comes to like trying to find a match and people dodging, and it would just improve in my opinion the overall experience. And then yeah, people are gonna dodge, bro. People will always find ways to dodge, but it just eliminates all that BS in the beginning of even getting into a match. I'm being honest with you guys, I sat around forever this past weekend just trying to get matches. Towards the end of my games, which of course were here in the beginning of my games, I was sitting around, and by chance I was getting home games. I was getting on the home game side. I'd push start, home game, guy would back out. Push start, home game, guy would back out. Push start, home game, guy would go in, see my kit, back out. Like it was annoying. It's just mad freaking annoying. And to do this over and over for 40 games, then plus every single weekend, it's getting irritating. So to improve Foot Champs on that, it is literally it. I'm not even talking about fixing the gameplay and all this other stuff that people are irritated with the game with. I'm just talking about the initial getting into a match and allowing everybody to play Foot Champs. It's a competitive mode, and you're not supposed to finish all 40 games, so allow people to get on to the servers and play. The only reason I feel like they're not allowing everybody on is because their servers can't take the capacity if everybody was to get on to play Foot Champs. I'm being real. I think that's why they have those qualifications. But either way, like I said, we finished talking about qualifications and letting everybody play. But generic kits, generic stadium, and just you push start, it matches you up, you go in, you don't even see, you just put it back to where I see the guy running around and I'm sitting there skilling in the arena before the match. Once the game's loaded, I'm in. I don't even care to see the other opponent's team. I don't care. Just allow me to push start, find me a match, we're in, and no one can dodge nobody, and game over. And then I play my game, you win, you lose, it's over. It's competitive, boys. You don't know who the hell you're going up against. That's all I'm saying. Those are the things outside of the game. Gameplay wise, I'm not going to talk about because there's a lot of things that we can sit here and say that needs to be fixed. And certain things work, certain things don't. Some things are overpowered. That's in every single game. Hopefully, some of the stuff that we dislike this year will be fixed next year. That's all we can hope and wait and wish for. But the only thing that actually irritates me in Foot Champs itself, and a lot of you guys probably like this, and I kind of like this in the beginning of Foot Champs, but now I've started to realize it's a pain in the ass. The pausing, when you're in the match to pause to go in to fix your team, go back to what it was. When I'm on the ball and I push pause, let me go fix my team. I already have to, it's starting to irritate me because there's sometimes not a lot of fouls in my game. I'm pushing pause there for say 10-15 minutes in game, in game minutes, right? 15 minutes waiting just to fix my team. And then sometimes it's not even when you go in to fix your team, it's not even a play, or it's not you can't even bring on the player sometimes. It happens. If you have the ball and you're about to take a goal kick and you push start and you change up your team, your players aren't going to come in yet. So I have to wait the 15 minutes in game before I can even fix my team and change my formation, do all that stuff. And then sometimes I have to even wait longer until the ball goes out or there's a foul before our players actually come in. Go back to the old way. Let me push pause when I have possession, and then let me fix my team. Managers and change their tactics all the time. Let me do that in game. I'm getting so pissed off waiting so long. I literally sometimes go and foul players just so I can go and fix my team. I'm being honest. And I don't want to, when I have possession, throw the ball out to give my opponent possession. Just go back to what it was. Please go back to what it was, because the whole pausing and waiting until their stoppage is annoying. I already have to wait for a stoppage for my players to come in. Just let me push pause and go into my team and fix my team management, fix my tactics, fix my formation. Let me do that, please, EA. Also, talking about the pauses, the 3 or 4 pauses that you're allowed, per match, I feel like it's not enough. I'm being honest. I changed my formation quite a bit during matches. I changed my tactics quite a bit during matches, and I need to get into that pause screen. Now, I know it does waste a little bit more time, but I feel like instead of, I think it's like 3 or 4 for the whole game, maybe do it per half, maybe 3 per half would be alright, so 6 pauses in total would be more than sufficient, I feel like. So just add like the ability to pause it 3 extra times. I know people sometimes will pause it just to piss you off and waste that time, but for me, when I do pause and go make changes, it's because I'm trying to fix my team to be able to go up against my opponents. Sometimes I come against hard opponents and you got to change your formation a couple times. I change mine, he changes his, and like 3 pauses per half or maybe 4 pauses per half is more than sufficient. And plus, a lot of us waste our pause right in the beginning to fix our team, to get the chem right or to put players in certain positions. So 3 to 4 pauses I don't feel like is enough, but 3 pauses per half I feel like will be alright, and then maybe 2 extra pauses no, maybe 1 extra pause per half. Yeah, so a total of 2 extra pauses if you guys go to extra time. You guys let me know down below what you think about these little fixes here. Not talking about gameplay whatsoever here, guys, when it comes to FUT Champs or FIFA, because whatever's happening in FUT Champs is happening in all modes of FIFA, right? So, not really talking about anything that comes to gameplay, just the pauses. Remove the qualification, allow everybody in as long as they're Division 5. Make everything generic. Like, it sucks, dude. I like to pick my kits as well, guys. I like to pick my kits. I like to pick my stadium. I like to do that, but to stop the whole dodging and not playing this person and checking badges here and oh my god, I'm not the home, like, dude, I don't care. Make everything generic. It's a competitive mode. If you do by chance make it to these tournaments, you have to use the FIWC tournament regardless. So just come on, man. Just make things go smoother for us and stop making me wait 5 to 10 minutes just to get into a match, and you guys don't even understand how many times I have to sit there and actually try to find an opponent and just for them to back out. So just push the button, match me with somebody. I don't want to see anything. I don't even want to see the guy's team. I don't care. Just get me in and give me a couple more opportunities to fix my team and fix my tactics and fix whatever I need to fix in a competitive mode. You know what I'm saying? While in FUT Champs. Now, guys, FUT Champs started off pretty well here. To be honest, I just stopped talking here on this match here. Our opponent gets a goal real early in this match, and if I'm not mistaken, we do end up losing this match. I think this is going to be my first loss of Weekend League is in this here right here. A lot of deflections and lucky bounces to him. He gets the win, though, if I'm not mistaken. I think he does win this game. Yeah, I think he does. He wins this match here 3-0, I think it was. I couldn't do anything, guys. He worked me. He got some lucky deflections, but it is what it is, and we take our first L here in the Weekend League. And I think at this point, you know what, we'll just see here in just a minute, but we did take an L, and I think this is the first one that I actually took. Yeah, I think it was. I think we were 12-1 at that point there, if I'm not mistaken, 12-1. We go into the next match here, going up against the 4-3-3. Let me just say something real quick, and you guys are gonna hear me talking about this when I go through the other, the rest of the gameplay. Messi was incredible for me this weekend, guys. Messi, like, I got so lucky to get that striker Messi out of our rewards. He made Weekend League so much fun for me, just having those players, and now I realize, like, when you have players you actually enjoy, how much more enjoyable this game is, and Messi was that player for me. I got so lucky to get him. Weekend League went great. We do end up winning our next match here 2-0, so I think this puts me at 13-1 at this point in FIFA, or in FUT Champs, excuse me. So 13-1, almost a silver 1, 13-1, and we go into our next match. Guys, by the way, let me know down below if you guys agree or disagree with any of these changes, and what other changes you would like to see done to FUT Champs. Let me know down below, guys, because I would really like to get your opinions on what you guys dislike or like about it. Maybe you guys, the stuff that I talked about, you guys are like, no, that's fine. Like, I like waiting around 10 minutes to find a match. Or maybe you guys don't come across that problem. I don't know. I have no idea. But let me know down below. We tied this up, guys, in extra time. I think this whole match, all the goals were scored in actual extra time here. It's 1-1, 113th minute. A great ball from my opponent. Man, the whole deflection and going in is actually starting to irritate me now that I'm looking back at these clips, man. Lozano does well there to score, guys, and we end up losing yet another match here. So we end up going in our first set of 15 games. We end up going 13-2, which is disappointing. My opponent just had 2 more shots on target, and it was a pretty even game. I think this was the match that I actually played, and he hit me up after the match. I think this was the one. There's other ones that happen as well where people hit me up after the match that it was really, really laggy for me. And I asked him the same question if it was laggy for him. I think that's the match. If it was laggy for him, and he was like, yeah, it was laggy. It felt like his players were in mud. And also, and then I asked him where he was, like what part of the, like, you know, North America is he from, or I guess it's North America, right? That's the region. I don't know where he is in the world, and he was like, dude, I'm in Toronto. So I don't know what the problem was. Like, you know, he also then said that he gets matched up with a lot of people from South America, and that's cool and all, but if I'm not mistaken, that was the game. It felt laggy. My players felt like they were in mud. Same thing was to happen to him, and that's why I went all the way to extra time. We end up losing. For our first 15 games, we take 2 L's. It's not the worst thing in the world, but hopefully we can do well. Aiming for Elite 2, Elite 1, as always, so hopefully we can do that. But anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of like a, I don't know if it was, I guess, how to improve Foot Champs, in my opinion, guys. It was kind of a little rant, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. And again, let me know down below what you guys think about what I think should be changed, and let me know also what you think should be changed. Anyway, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please drop the like. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy FIFA, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, guys, double upload tomorrow. We'll get all these games finished up, and maybe triple upload because of marquee matchups. Either way, I'll see you in the next one. Deuces, baby.